everyone, friends and furs of all species.
I'm Dayzee Hyena, and we're back with another episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Now, we got Monokuma to agree to a second trial for Mukuro Ikusha Lamp's death. So we have to wake everybody up, and we're gonna solve the mystery of the school. One last trial, one time to decide it all. Alright. And suddenly we were greeted with... You again? Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability has reached its limit. Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a slight sigh of relief. Ah! Hey!
Makoto?
I have beaten Jesus' respawn time! Woo!
You guys! It is! There's no two ways about it, that's Makoto! Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
You're happy to see me, I know you are.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
You know what? In this case, I will, like, humor you because y'all thought I just, like, got smacked. So, yeah. Everyone was there, all my friends who have struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up. Group hug, everybody! Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. Toko. That's us this time. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away, shoo, shoo. This bitch. The audacity. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Yep. Motherfuckers ain't let us have no special moments. Let's talk to everyone. You stink. Are you rotten? Rotten physically, mentally, every way you could be rotten. Sorry I was rolling around garbage for a while. This smell is so smelly. Super smelly. You smell worse than me. Way worse than me. Why are you turned on? I went. Okay. She seems happy for some reason. So what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And? No dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
You know?
Did you get to talk to her? I swear to God, if you say Sayaka, I'm gonna break your neck. Who? Miss Cleo! Okay. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? How dare you not know who Miss Cleo is? I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was Alter Ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say that they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. You missed me!
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
And that's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you about the last class trial.
Huh?
The last class trial?
In other words...
We're going to redo Muguru's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
Wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
Huh? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time, and did what he had to do to stop it.
However...
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
Did you spotted the trap? Did you, Makoto? Make it sound like it was easy. I just,
However...
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
Correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last class trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally dark here! No surprise. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway...
You don't know anything. You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with the way things are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle, a rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and all the school's mysteries, it's a pretty freaking tall order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That is what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's the hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. So that means it's one of us. Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So, in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to step foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Do I need to continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all those to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but the only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we cannot ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right, right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. But it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Ding dong, bing bong.
This is a school announcement.
This is different. I don't like
You've
him.
all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
What?
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Yeah, that laugh is different. He's officially off his nut.
Hmm?
Have a very lapse of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for the talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyways.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely on myself, on the Togami blood that flows through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Yeah, master! He didn't take me with him.
Hey,
Do you blame him? Without master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream. Or coffee, so an empty mug. You're totally useless. So, bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko? No, she's gonna go with us. Okay, she better go with us.
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hyena, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself, too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. You know, just let him do his fuck shit off in a corner. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up until now, I haven't really been feeling all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. But still, I've mostly been, totally useless.
okay.
So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Indeed. So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we still can't work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our investigations doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as splitting up to cover more ground. And then we could get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. Wait a second. Okay, good. For a sec, I thought I didn't turn on my microphone. I was like, wait a second. Okay. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. Investigation. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was discovered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, bio lab, and door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Alright, let's do this! Places to check. Okay. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms. Which means I have to do it. Oh my lord. This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, more like a battlefield. Like a blom. I can't speak. Or no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up in here or something. Oof. Look at all this shit. Hello? Do we not see that? How is that not something we're supposed to... Okay. Okay. Oh, God. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even a bed anymore, it's just garbage. Ooh, papers on the ground. Might be important. Apparently not. I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. I saw something over here, right? No. Well, the bathroom seems fine for some reason. That is actually adorable, and I like that. So there's probably some nightmare horror in here. What in the literal fuck? This room is filled with lockers. It must have been Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Remember at the very beginning where they shot a motherfucker out in the space? Did this happen before? And we're like round 2? Oh god. It looks like the locker is already broken. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. There's no way to get it open. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. You have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took my handbook out and ran it across the card reader. And then... no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us could do it. Well, maybe. Do I have one in here? Let's keep trying. I'm gonna try every one of these motherfuckers once. Oh, I get it. Now that there's a giraffe for the locker, it's a locker room. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has more of an adult atmosphere.
Correct.
The headmaster's private room. Kyoko.
Indeed.
Now, I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Let's talk to her first and then we'll... Kyoko seems almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Alright. Not you! Okay. So the hidden door right there, but let's look at everything first. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem.
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However,
There's not much, though. Nothing we don't already know.
in other words,
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people, whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
That's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
whew,
But I guess that's the best he could do as such a complete kirigiri failure. Ooh! But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. I don't like that picture. Is that booze? I could use a drink right now. Booze! No! Damn it! A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmasters. Oh, there's a strange gap in the wall. Some kind of design mistake or construction defect or something? No, it's a door.
So,
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze? There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean? You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something? Maybe push?
indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that computer that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However,
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We really can't go from there. You're right, it's not nearly enough to go on.
it's true.
I looked through all of his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everywhere I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password.
Whew.
When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into, and that's what she meant by regret. I think I can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would have used her name as the password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it? Just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay, in that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to the face of the computer monitor. Let me see, just type password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling as I finished typing it in. Oh, word! That was actually it! What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked! Oh... Whew. Why? Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Whew. Boy, what? Oh my god, I see that picture behind her and oh. Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. I was just thinking maybe it might blow up. Why? Do you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is. At the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in here?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Oh my god, is it a head? Are you saying that it's something that will make me want to scream? Okay, I'm gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Ah! Fuck me! What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expect to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined? Kyoko?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? Okay, girl, explain yourself. Just as you thought, how could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there, human bones. Well, it's not that I was thinking of bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. Aww. It was the headmaster, her dad. Aw, man. That's pretty much the same thing, a dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. Just cut up and in a box. It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And only people to take a single step in hopes speak since the killing game began. Are those 16 students? So he was dead before the game. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. Ooh, that's why she was asking questions about... Ah, shit. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume.
In other words,
That most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. Well, like... Oh, shit. I think the biggest question now is... why they put a motherfucker in a box? As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. Give her a hug, okay? Just give her a hug. Okay, I know we're investigating, but your girl is hurting right now. Give her a hug. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut all ties. But was that all there was to it? Yeah, she probably wanted some closure. I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something that a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present. Well, it looks like he was killed with a blow to the head from that skull damage. Huh? This picture. Oh, it's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko. Oh.
why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to find something like this. So, what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It was a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, and that her name was the password to the room, he never really did forget about her. Still loved her. He must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. A photo of Kyoko and the headmaster have been added to the True Bullet section of your handbook. Give your girl a hug! Okay, what's in here? This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey.
It's fine, check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well?
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
Now, if...
He couldn't even handle a job like this. If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. Ooh, girl. I know about having daddy issues myself, but oof. The headmaster desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you'd like. Are you sure?
Because
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? Is this? In case of the e-ham... That's probably like the master e-handbook that you can swipe and get into anything. It's an e-handbook, right? It has a label on it that says in case of emergency. I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
in other words,
A handbook with no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what it is. I think you're probably right.
it would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Headmaster's e-handbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey,
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? Anything. A favor? What is it?
so...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey,
Could you leave? Yes. I'll leave. Huh?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need to
Just a second.
get my emotions in order. Why haven't we hugged her yet? Hugs are important! You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you're going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once I've gotten myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then, I'll see you later. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the headmaster performed that evil deed. They must have killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading Hope's Peak's death, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the headmaster who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is... It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's ahead. I'm sure I told you this already, but... The killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. 15 of us met in the main hall and add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Ooh. Ooh. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. There's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. Okay, this went through my mind the last time, but I didn't say anything. What if one of the people, one of the dead people isn't actually dead, and they're the real mastermind? They've just been pretending to be dead? I honestly, because I don't think any of us did it. But I know one of us had to have done it, so I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Yep, there we go. What about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. Took the emergency handbook and ran it across the card reader, and there we go! Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Damn. But we're checking every single one, I swear. Okay. What we got inside. Oh, hey! This thing is practically empty. Except for that, there's just one thing. Some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure who it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting. All the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster. And my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. Yo, I'm like so low-key paranoid that Mucha Lucha Mask Nacho Libre is gonna jump us again. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. Oof. This can't be true, can it? I knew it was, but I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what is it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hadn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. She had her memory released, dingus. I planned to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of that notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my head, my mind, just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair what? Ooh, what is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How can this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. She must... That book is how she had memory... Because she said she went to the second floor and got the memory back because she probably did what we did and went around and scanned every single one to find and see if one is hers. She opened it, and boom! And then she read it all, and that's how she remembered. And then she wrote that when she was panicked. Are we not taking the fucking book with us? I'm trying to look around a bit more. Ooh, what the? Crystal ball? This was Hero's locker, no doubt. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belonged to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. There's a crystal ball that has to be Hero's. This is a crystal ball. Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Yasuhiro, there it is! What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written, Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained large numbers of notes from a variety of different classes. Which would mean he attended classes here. No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. Don't you remember those photos? We were obviously here before. So what is this notebook? Locker notebook has been added. Okay. What else? Incense. Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? But the more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to have belonged to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? I just realized because remember how I said, oh hey, whoever was in here in the rocket, that was Kyoko's dad, wasn't it? And then all the bones inside the rocket, they put in the box. So the very first person we saw die was Kyoko's dad. Now, fuck me. Why are there things in the locker that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro. And a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. So I guess we looked at the dorms about as much as we could. Yo, I'm starting to feel paranoid, like there's someone behind us watching us. Makoto, are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that monokuma door. Yeah. So I figured, if all the doors in the school have been unlocked, that one should be open too, right? Although I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that would really suck, so you open it. This bitch. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Ah! Wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Triflin'! Hyena raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? You know how many times we've almost died? You know what? We got like 50 lives. Open this motherfucker. Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Is this like a monokuma control room? There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, wow, this place is totally sci-fi! Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit. So the monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean... Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just... Hold on. You can't just... Or whatever, something like this. Yeah, she was okay with me getting blown to bits, but now she... Oh. But it was too late. Hyena already was jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hyena, what did you push? I'm totally not sure, but... I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center. Data Center. That noise? Okay, we all know that noise means that Monokuma has been summoned. So he was summoned and he's put in the data room. I took a good look at the control panel. And I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hyena said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must have been the one she pushed. But the data center, that's right next door. The room we were just in. That's where that strange noise came from. It's probably better go... I'd probably better go check it out. Yes, please. I'm kind of scared on my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. This bitch. Did I just hear what I think I heard? There he is! Is that Monokuma? But no one's controlling him, so he's just gonna stand there. Hey! God, give me all your donuts! Really, Hyena? Is that you, Hyena? What? Oh man, did! How'd you know? Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling? Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here. Ah! Guess what I found? A self-destruct button! Hyena, no! Whatever you do, don't push it. Ah, man! Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the monokuma drawing on it and all the control panel inside. Listen, bitch, I have a bone to pick. Well, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma? Huh? What do you mean? What you were controlling just now, it was Monokuma. Monokuma? What, for real? Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words...
Hey.
Yep. Maybe the mastermind can't control us and control Monokuma at the same time. Yoko's theory was right. But if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, does that mean they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if it is true... It's a very polarizing approach, I know! But okay, enough fun! Anyway, here's a hint! I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students! And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began! Are those 16 students? Then the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer. Really is the 16th student. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Is everything okay? Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something. I can't say it is impossible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like, you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all of our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? Ah, the door just locked on its own! What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. Oof. You're right, it's locked. But why? Of course it's locked! Because the data center is now restricted! Monokuma? Hey, no fair. You can't go around restricting whatever you feel like. It's for your benefit! Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around! Was the controller person hiding in that room while we were in there? Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving! Then that room. As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are! So, right now, you're being operated by someone in that room. Correctamundo! But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? I didn't see that, and I feel like a dumb fuck for not seeing it. I wish I could go back in time, but ugh, no way. The hatch on the floor? too bad. That was your one big chance, and you blew it. Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace. He's gone, but was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure. Then, when I said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? It's not your fault. Okay. Aw, Hyena. Well, technically you were right, there was a trap in there, so, I mean... a W? Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of our time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving. Okay, I'm gonna run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice. You got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hyena took off at a full sprint. And I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. Alright, so let's go to the headmaster next. Oh, there you are. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya. Well, you came to the right place. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. On top of that pathetically blank. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class 78 student registry? It contains the profile for all of us and Mukuro. Apparently, Class 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room... Oh, it was probably ripped out. That's right, it also mentioned Class 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in along with hers, there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems like that Kyoko was in a hurry. What? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry, she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What? So in other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro than we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro's... Oh, so that's what she looked like. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats, close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all of this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Hyena. When she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. In fact, that fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Her body was covered in scars, though, when she blew up, right? Okay. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students, after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was part of the ultimate despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was. What's wrong, Makoto? Huh? You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you have never seen before. Yeah? A girl who seems to be included as part of our class 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 7 foot, 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. It even lists her vitals, 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me if she has a nice body? You hopeless idiot, but I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe it'll make a way back to the corpse. Maybe you'll think, oh, could that have mean? Wait, is he trying to say there's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's trying to say? That's what I was thinking with the whole scars and shit. Personally, what I am thinking seems all but impossible, but wouldn't hurt to confirm, right? That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So, I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy now. Mukuro's profile has been added to the Truth Bullet section. Oh, one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice? From me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith into her. What?
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. But keep it in mind, thanks. Apparently that's us. It has the profiles of me and everyone I met at the beginning, and Mukuro. Just like us, Mukuro was apparently a new student here at Hope's Peak. Mukuro Ikisaba, part of the Ultimate Despair. Which means her and the Mastermind should have been allies. But then why would the Mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. Oh, another sword. That's lovely. There are trophies and even a shield and display case. Okay. The bookshelf seems really well made and it's filled with files and thick books. Okay. tarp. And see, that makes sense because none of us could get that tarp, but the mastermind did. Okay, well, I'm here in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. It's so cold. Why is it cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. On the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. On the other side, there's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. That's it. It's the kind of thing. Oh my god, am I in a morgue? I am in a morgue right now, aren't I? And that's all the dead bodies in the blue lit. Okay, that's lovely. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. There's some kind of weird machine built into the wall. Okay. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for removal of ethanol gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated system has been activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a dead body as fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and the alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. Is this the instruction manual for the fridge? Well, looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. This is some kind of makeshift morgue. Oof. And about those lights by each slot, it looks like it's set up so when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue, another one of the victims is... Oof. I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Well, let's see, just to make sure. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 9. And then we have 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, so 16 slots. And let's see, Mukuro, so Mukuro won't be in one of these because that would make it to where there's 10 people dead and then each one of us would have one of these, which is sad. I'm already trying to claim I'm short, so I should probably get that one. Yeah. Or not. Huh? It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here. Maybe the body's inside the tool shed? I'd better check just to be sure. I didn't find anything close to a dead body. But if it's not here, then it must be. Could it be in the biolab? But the corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. the tarp played a key role in another case, so I better look into it. Not the lawnmower! The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. It says Biolab. Then this originally came from the Biolab. If we would have pointed that out at the trial, then everybody would have gone, huh? None of us could get into the Biolab. And then we could have gone, yeah, it was the mastermind. Fucking bullshit. That's all I really need to check in here. Is it just me or does the flower seem different? Monokuma flower. Now here she is. Oh, Toko, so this is where you've been. Oh, Toko, so this is where you were.
What do you want?
I'm so disgusting. You want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I thought... No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything. Not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have had something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back! Give me back my precious time! Calm down, Toko. Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. I'm gonna think it though. Master will. No, I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there's any clues in here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Yeah. Oh god. Ding dong, bing bong.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
Alrighty then. What, now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Oh hey, hero. Yeah, Makoto! Why'd you act so surprised? No reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I did. I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hero, wait. There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hero? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Oh, Lord. Hello! Welcome! Hello! Are you ready for the final hint? Well, it just so happens to be an envelope on the ground in front of you! An envelope. The envelope. This must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found inside was a single photograph. Oof. Oh god. I see Mukuro right there. Oh god. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. Oh lord. I don't like any of this. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there was someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room, and we looked at that file. Mukuro Ikusaba. Then this girl is... Wait, why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that. Where... Are we in here? I don't see us. Yeah, we're not in here. We're all wearing matching uniforms, and I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember even taking a picture like this. I went to a junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other until they got here. But if this picture is real, then could that mean, could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna
You're
do?
kind of getting in the way standing there, you know. So, I mean, get out. But I told you, I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would it be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it! Group photo has been added to the Truth Gold section of your handbook. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. With that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. Maybe that's why Hiro was was kind of avoiding us. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everybody but me I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Okay. I have to go. I'm gonna talk, see if Kyoko's still there. Please, Kyoko still be there. I need. There's all kinds of stuff I want to talk to her about, but I better give her some more time. Okay? I just had a crazy realization, okay? Pause. Pause all this. The body that we thought was Mukuro is not. And you know how I'll know this? I was just thinking, I've been thinking about that picture, thinking of all the characters, and it was going around in my brain and trying to figure out how is that a hint. And then I just all of a sudden I was thinking about all the different people. I was like, Mukuro, Hyena, Shihiro, Mondo, blah blah blah. And then I thought, oh, boot myself, about all of them, how they died. And then I realized something. Junko, the dead body, right? Why did I do that? It was covered in scratches, and the headmaster said, oh hey, there was no scratches on her, Mukuro, because, and that was unusual because she's been in battles. So, I know I'm acting all spastic, but Junko was stabbed the fuck up by, Monokuma. What if they went to the morgue, and then took out the tarp from the morgue, put Junko's body on there, wheeled her in to the, the garden, and that's why it has all those little scar marks, because she got shish kebab, and it has those long nails, but I don't remember her having a tattoo. That's what I can't figure out right now. Anyway, back to the running. Hey, Hero. Ugh! Makoto! What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No! Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry! Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hero, what's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I'd found. Oh, it was like he was afraid of me. Why? I decided to visit the biolab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. Huh? Toko? She must have looked inside one of the thingies. Yep. Whoop, there it is. It's open, but... Oh, but Toko. Odd. Toko, are you okay? No. She's not dead, is she? There we go. Ah! It's so cold! It's super cold! It's so cold! I think I'm about to catch a cold! If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will. What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Hot and bothered, straight up horny? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know, last thing I remember was me waking up here just now. What'd you do to Miss Monrose? Oh, that's right, your memory stops and starts with each time you switch. Bingo bazinga! We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. I don't say it like it's a bad thing, it's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like a double memory. No, it's more like a half. Genocide Jack's memory has been added to the Truth Gold section of your handbook. But all I want to know right now is where's my little darling? Tell me now or I'll slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya is around somewhere doing his own investigation.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so. I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't imagine how lonely he must be right now. Her voice just tears my throat up. Toko shut off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point in asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. Maybe the dead body? The fridge, it's open. I'm sure they were shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out. Oh, there she is. She faints so easily. Kyoko!
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
But listen, about this room. Oh yeah,
It would seem
it's a morgue. Yeah,
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko might have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and well, there you have it. You knew she'd fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way out here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why's everything gotta be so difficult with her? Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched. But suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body is in here. Hell yeah! Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body is inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were at the class trial. The mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Well, that's right, Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there? That's it? Alright. Okay. Something we can look on while we wait. I don't have time for this. It would seem the blue lights come on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. 9. 9 lights? I've already looked into them. You know, I think I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before. It's the same one I found in the garden tool shed. And if I remember, that tarp had a stamp on it that said Biolab. And that's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over there. It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. I can't do it, I can't look inside. I should go ask Kyoko I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean about the hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
Because
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here, looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? It's gotta be it. There's no clear explanation. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast. There's only half a body to look at.
indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seemed highly likely that the stomach wound and the blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered in other lethal wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say that they were old? Huh?
Because
The Monokuma's file says that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
wrong.
Well, the difference is immense considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However,
But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds makes it sound like they've been there forever, and like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
so then,
But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
at the very
Certainly you
least,
can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many? A
Right.
detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words,
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Kyoko's account.
hey,
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one other thing. Earlier when I looked at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
so
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get that right? You remembered all of that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then,
indeed,
and don't forget about the Finiere tattoo, there's absolutely no mistake.
indeed.
Our victim in this case, without a doubt, was Mukuro Ikusaba. Oh, I guess I was wrong then.
And
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
so
Then it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
why?
Sad. Did you forget she was our enemy once? A part of ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey,
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. You really are naive, you know that. It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me. She could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then,
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes. Hold on. I still have one more thing to do. The book. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about that pocketbook I found in the locker. If I don't do it now... Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
what?
Go ahead, then out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What?
What?
So...
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
Indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you need the handbook of whoever's the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it was your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owners should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in the locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there's something written inside. It's about the headmaster, about your father.
What? If that's true...
Could that mean that video is real too? Video? Makoto, I think everything is starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything I could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own 2 eyes. Let me give you the Handmaster's handbook. That way you can... But if it's her locker, she can use hers.
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker.
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD? Huh? Urgent interviews. And it says, Class 78, urgent interviews.
So...
I found this in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on the disc DVD. Okay.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Of course. Ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. Talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask. I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason I have to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burn with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So, that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey,
But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncovered is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do to keep moving forward. Because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. I'm sorry if that was strange.
So then.
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I better get going myself. I got the DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about a hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose. Realize we still haven't found Byakuya. But I think I'm gonna check somewhere where he always is, just to make sure, because I don't want to miss something. Nope, there we are. Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk? I do not think he wants to talk. Byakuya. I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we are friends. Hey, Byakuya, wait! But of course he didn't. He just walked away. What the? Why was he acting like that? It was like he was purposely trying to avoid me. He saw the picture. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then I better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing but nothing appeared on screen. I just stared into the black of the monitor. It must have been only a few seconds. It must have only been a few seconds. But to me it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka! It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was that of a man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Wait, I can't even remember her voice. That's kind of fucked up. You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in the school? Accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up till now, but only this. I simply couldn't comprehend what I had heard, because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted it so bad, she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? Like I said, and like you said in your own dream, the goal was never to leave, it was to stay here and preserve the peace of the future. But ultimate despair got in. As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought had finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me over the edge. It's us, isn't it? Yep. What I saw was me. Possibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
That was a creepy yes. Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed to be a fairly normal conversation. But then the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk with him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said, yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. It's probably gonna show everybody. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya, Toko, Hina, everyone. They all said they agreed to live in the school forever. And then, let's see it, Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant that DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? I bet the next one on the list was Mukuro or somebody else. Yep. There we go. Oopsie! Looks like it broke! Out of service! What? It just so happened to break now? Now, then, when? Doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime! That's what failure is, right? Failure might ask you cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the questions, they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself, I let out a huge, exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget that? What would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine that it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... interview DVD. Okay. Ding dong bing bong bitches!
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you-know-where.
It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all of our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end.